Halo semuanya, balik lagi bersama saya Sarula Gaming. Oke, pertandingan antara Blacklist Internasional melawan RSG Philippines, MPL Philippines di season ke-11 minggu ke-7 di hari ketiga. Ini di game pertama ya. Jadi berusan pertandingan antara Eko melawan Next Play Epos. Jadi yang menang 3-1. 2-1 yang menang Eko Esport. Ini di game pertama di MPL Philippines di season 11. Langsung aja kita gas di game pertama.
If Venus pops the ultimate, Nats needs to divide them. Divide and conquer.
Yes.
I think that's the plan for RSG.
Really?
Don't let Blacklist International hold each other to go for the ube mode that we're saying.
You don't want that.
It's
But
up to Nats.
Yes.
Yep. And when we say Nats with the final slash, maybe he can force Ome Venus' Purify prior using the ultimate, so it's gonna be easier for them. Okay.
But this guy also,
Petrify has been used, by the way, by Exort.
Agent Zero, still a menace to each team that Blacklist International are up against with. This zone from this guy.
Edward.
How do you get this guy though? Edward with the immortality still zoning RSJ.
Did they see light? Well, he's now being shown on the map with that concealed play. Look at that flash!
Okay, they will target Edward. Edward now, does he have the split? He has the mortality. Can they pop Edward? Edward, will he survive? He survives! The heals from Mom Shu! Saving
Owl is on the middle lane, by the way.
Owl, he wants to end this. Owl targeting the base. Exort,
That was close.
desperate movements coming in from RSG. How did Edward survive? It's because of the Queen. It's because of Queen Venus.
That was close. I actually thought that Owl was there to finish the game. We've been talking a lot about Edward, but Owl was there. It's nighttime.
Misdirection.
He sees everything. He sees how RSG is divided. You divide and conquer the RSG and most of the team because they got Edward. They hand over Edward the glue, which was the proper counter for Eman, and they use it as bait.
And now Wise with the taunt, seeing Light. I've seen this already, Light, says Wise. There's your counter, Numinum Blast. But that is negated. But still, it's out with the damage output. Rob Waves coming in. Eman though, free-hitting everyone with the shurikens. Eman, Phantom Step, plus the spinning light wheels. Eman, 2 damage. Can he get Wise? That's the double kill. RSG still breeding. RSG still, they want to get this Lord. There's the zone. Nats this time will step up as RSG, the Raiders, will get this Lord.
It was a perfect timing for Exort. He knew that the players of Blacklist International, this is the moment that we've been talking about time and time again earlier, that they need to force those purifies prior the engagement. Light used his Numinum Blast, and then Exort went in for the straight, and we saw Eman on those free hits. This is the moment we're in. We are really tied in terms of the game. 91, a gold lead for Blacklist International. Could see the items here.
Yeah.
Complete item, by the way, for the carry, for Eman.
Well, speaking of complete items, RSG right now has the rope to end the game. How will they do? They have the answer for the damage to take over the sustain of the Queen.
Once again, positioning matters for both of these gold laners, as Eman was the victor from that last team fight. A very narrow vicinity on that last team fight, giving Eman the opportunity to put in a lot of damage.
And to think how well Light positions himself in the bush, makes his Numinum Blast undetected, always a surprise, but Blacklist International sees that threat now. They knew that at some point of the game, Light could be there, but look at this, Wise trying to rush.
Here's the retribution, by the way, to slow down a player from the side of RSG Philippines. And OSX actually mentioned that there is a defense already for Blacklist International. One thing to take note for RSG is that OMV now has the immortality. Aside from the Purify, if there's a burst from RSG side, there's also an option to wait for the immortality to pop, then go straight for the Blessing of the Moon Goddess. So it's gonna be a difficult task here for RSG to force those spells, to force those equipments to be burned before a team fight.
Yeah, take out other resources. It's all about outplaying and outlast for RSG. We all know how Blacklist could actually improve in terms of getting their composition onto the side of RSG. The problem here is they have so many regenerations. We're seeing 3 immortalities.
Oh my
One
God.
Sky Guardian helmet and a Dominance Ice.
Yeah.
This is how thick the protection of Blacklist is.
We're seeing thick and peak ube performance from Blacklist International right now. Vintage, oh my Venus, with the immortality in the Purify. I can't believe it. It's already 18 minutes. There's your catch! Drink your water, Wise, says Light and Exhort.
Off guard and out of position. No jungler for Blacklist International, and we have the objective for 16 minutes to show up. RSG taking good angles and position.
And now that is 10 seconds before the Lord will spawn on this game for Blacklist International. The task here for Ome Venus and the rest of the squad is to force RSG to have this Lord pulled. But for RSG, they could go in and go in for the hero lock just to secure this Lord. So this is a nice control in terms of the Lord. So anytime there might be a setup play for RSG and even Blacklist International.
7 seconds on Wise though. They know that Wise will be alive in a while as they will catch Owl. Owl, immortality pop. Can he survive this? There's your Moonlight Immersion. But Eman still trying his best to go for the free hits. Eman, can he make it? Can he do it? No, he can't as Blacklist International survives the attack. Yue with the counter burst. And Wise just opted to go for the Little Wanderer. Ladies and gentlemen, Blacklist International again. Peak and thick ube performance.
And at that time, even the Purify of Oh My Venus wasn't used. Perfect timing again with the Blessing of the Moon Goddess. It was a nice initiation by Light. Time and time again, Blacklist International has been answering this Numinum Blasts with those ultimates, with those sustains. And RSG, this is the moment we're in. You really have to take note. Is this a perfect timing for me to use the Numinum Blast? Is this going to be the outcome if ever we do another initiation? Speaking of initiation, the Lord will initiate his lock on the middle lane.
Well, speaking of being locked, we've seen H2O trying to take on to that objective, but when the time crumbled upon RSG, everyone just going back, and he was out of position to even respond. Right now, this is a base to be defended by the Raiders.
Can Blacklist International end this though? Look
Where
at
is Light?
Look at Light.
Light?
Light from behind. There's your
Conceal!
Light from behind. That is a Numinum Blast. But Venus is the one getting caught. But still, the damage is not enough for the side of RSG. Let's see. Emma trying his best for the normal hits. Trying to go for Edward. Edward is down. H2O is down as well. RSG, can they survive this? Is it enough though? That is Owl with the burst. Yue with the mega kill. United we stand. Divided we fall. That is the song of Blacklist International for game number 1.
Amazing!
Oke, game pertama dimenangkan oleh Blacklist International. Kalau misalnya Estes di tangan Philipines, udah pasti menang itu. Oke, terima kasih yang sudah menonton. Jangan lupa bantu like, komen, dan subscribe. Bye bye.